Nothing in this recording is intended as investment advice, and the people in this recording may hold positions in the companies they talk about. Do not make any investment based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Thomas Abraham James, who's President and CEO at Pulsar Helium. How are you today, Thomas?
Doing well, Zach. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. We met a few weeks ago at Silverstone, which was a real eye-opener in terms of what you're doing there on the track, but we also like to know what you're doing on and in the ground.
Yeah, well, since we saw each other, there's been a bit of news coming out, that's for sure. So it was on Thursday of last week that we announced the flow test results for our Jetstream #1 well in Minnesota. And I must admit, I mean, just really happy with those. The results really just confirm what we thought was there. And we're seeing gas flow naturally up to surface there. We're getting a good flow rate there of 821,000 cubic feet per day. And then when you then also throw into the mix that extremely high helium concentration, it's just a wonderful moment because, I mean, what we've got now is a confirmed discovery of extremely high concentration helium. The first real helium well ever drilled there. You know, the original discovery was by chance. And we've got some brand new legislation in Minnesota as well, support from the state and the community. So it's all systems go, mate. I'm just really chuffed, and on top of that, considering that this is not a particularly deep hole that we drilled, so what, circa 650 meters, and the seismic's certainly pointing at more at depth. So just the tip of the iceberg, Zach. Really happy with where we're at.
And in terms of the stock market, it can be a bit of a counterintuitive place. You seem to be on a sort of in terms of the share price at least, on a backward trajectory just in terms of the aftermath of the latest news. Is it the case you think that for some people it was better to travel than arrive?
Well, look, Zach, the day that you understand the stock market, give me a call, please. But look, for this one, it's slightly counterintuitive, but then again, people have their reasons. I'm the third largest shareholder in the company. I've got about 12%, and you know, my colleagues and I combined, we've got about 48% ownership in the company. So certainly we are not concerned, although for those shareholders out there who's experiencing a bit of pain with the share price decrease, it's highly unfortunate because the news that we put out, I believe, is stonkingly good. It really is. I mean, it's given us the encouragement to go forward. You know, that proof of concept that original discovery was real. Now it's beyond any doubt, and we move forward. So, you know, look, it's a tad unfortunate that we've got that share price dip, but I think with the news flow that we've got coming, and with the certainly with the resource update, which is now being calculated by Sproul, you know, it's yeah, there's a lot happening. So I'm sort of I guess with that you know, small position, and when we look at the volume, it's actually not a huge amount of shares which have been pushed out during those couple of days where share price went down. You know, really, perhaps, you know, with all the news flow that we've got coming, you know, there maybe will be there'll be a bit of hindsight in the weeks to come that maybe there for them.
I mean, obviously, the share price really rose dramatically during the sort of February-March period. And presumably, for some who missed out on that move, you know, it was blink and you missed it, going from 0.3 or rather 30-40 cents to $1.50 is another opportunity to get involved.
Well, there's certainly that. I mean, we saw a real big increase in the share price when we completed drilling this Jetstream hole, and I think that one was you know, really the sentiment beforehand, I think, was that perhaps it's a tad too good to be true. It's been really 10.5% helium, you know, discovery made by chance. And then we go out there and drill it, and guess what? It's real. And you're completely right. I mean, the share price really rocketed at that moment in time. And now we're coming out with additional data that's really further substantiating it. So look, you know, I use this term like the tip of the iceberg, really, because, you know, we've drilled one hole in this thing, and we're the first mover there. It's certainly not an isolated occurrence. All the data is pointing to something quite regional. We've got the resource calculation coming out. most likely sometime in July. We've then got additional work programs. So really, in terms of with the maturity of this company and where we've got to go, there's a lot to come. Quite exciting.
Well, we look forward to that. In the meantime, Thomas Abraham James, President and CEO of Pulsar Helium, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks for having me, Zach.